It is a matter of critical timing. Half a day and good evening, Guam. I'm Tina Chow.
And I'm Jeff Marchessault for Guam News Watch. At this moment, the Election Commission Board is just getting out of executive session. Just got texted from a friend that's waiting over there. We just got back. They're at the GCIC building in Hagåtña. A reliable source tells us the commission announced that Governor Camacho would reappoint expired Republican members Joe Mesa and Martha Ruth, and that the board discussed whether they must re-elect expired independent member Robert Cruz. Meantime, the clock counts down to January 3rd, the day Eddie Calvo and Ray Tenorio take their oaths of office to become the next governor and lieutenant governor of the island of Guam. Every day since they were certified 6 weeks ago, Calten have been dogged by complaint after complaint and lawsuit after lawsuit over the legitimacy of their election to high office, amid accusations of voter fraud and failed procedure. And now it could be the biggest test of all as the highest court of the land decides whether an entire election board was ever legitimate to begin with, and whether the GEC's certification of questionable election results must be tossed out altogether so a new election can be held. Here's more.
Recess. All right.
Chief Justice Torres set a quick pace to proceedings late this morning.
You have to set up like a public hearing, and then you have to stay for the entire thing.
Okay, that's fine, but you better hurry. Better hurry, sorry.
Telling attorneys they'd have to file initial objections by 3 o'clock this afternoon and follow-up documents before another hearing tomorrow.
The court will require the real parties in interest and the respondents to file a response to the emergency motion to expedite the writ by 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning.
The schedule they set is very quick, but the issue is very important, and they need to move on, and so I'm not surprised by the schedule.
Today's hearing before the Supreme Court lasted all of 20 minutes. Gutierrez-Uggan attorney David Lujan having already asked the court to nullify the certification of the governor's race, to expunge certificates of election, and to restrain those who now occupy the board from further action, on grounds that alleged board members were never properly appointed. Chief Justice Torres urged attorneys to get additional paperwork in by this afternoon so the real work could begin on this emergency case. Torres announced the case schedule and the panel of judges hearing this case, himself and CNMI Judge Miguel Demapan, due to arrive on Guam tomorrow. Meanwhile, Catherine Merriman disclosed she is closely acquainted with Republican Election Commissioner Martha Ruth. And Attorney Lujan said he would promptly tell the court if his Democratic clients had a problem with Republican Ruth. Gutierrez-Uggan co-counsel Ike Agigi is pushing to engage the court with substantive traction on the case by tomorrow.
Well, like I said, there's a hearing tomorrow. I believe the court has set on the motion to expedite, and we're hopeful that the court will set the briefing schedule so that we can get a hearing on this, on the merits of the petition, as soon as possible. And
GEC counsel Roland Mantegnola politely took questions, but was clearly doing his best to juggle 3 Gutierrez-Uggan cases and protect attorney-client privilege while getting ready for tonight's Election Commission meeting.
I've been in court at this time, so I haven't had an opportunity to even read the pleadings at this point. So, and further, it would be inappropriate for me to discuss these matters until I've had an opportunity to discuss them with my client at the board.
More on tonight's Election Commission meeting tomorrow. Also tomorrow's hearing in Gutierrez-Uggan Supreme Court case against Calvo Tenorio and the Election Board is set for 4 p.m. Tina?